Tracy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get Swayze. I just got off of the jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the lots. Shot back, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Buju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air, and we are underway from Arrowhead. This is taken just shy of the 10, and they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs had 12-3 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 20. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And some room to work. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. These two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. sack of the game. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Wilson. Touchdown! Greg Dulcich, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon to the 43, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They juked him, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it. Complete. Yeah, the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Mahomes now to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Draymond Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. They give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 41, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They go back to the ground with Williams. Down to about the 22 here. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney 79 yards. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Yeah, they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes now on first down. Open man downfield, that's Smith-Schuster. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 65 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense.
And into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special team.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Second down, McKinnon. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
On second and inches, Wilson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Throwing again on second down. Wilson will go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Again, Wilson being chased out left. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. In motion right is the tight end. They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here again is McKinnon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Bunker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Out to his left. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Understanding he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it.
Travis Kelce, he's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 70. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll roll him out right. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Wilson will throw again. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he's got it to about the 40.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And some room to maneuver. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were spurred on by his.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Ay, I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. Yeah. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Ay, I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shine in the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night that's still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Ay, I can make time traveling a surprise. Make